Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear cadets of class 7, I would like to welcome you all to my today's online class. Today I am here to conduct your science class. Today I will discuss chapter 13, lesson 1 to 10, that means environment and pollution. So without any more delay, let us start our today's class. At first I would like to give you the idea of today's lecture plan. Firstly, I will tell you about learning outcomes. Then you will have some key terms frequently used in today's lecture. I will introduce you with the term environment and pollution. Then you will have clear concept of pollution. Then I will discuss the causes of pollution. And among different types of pollutions, I will describe soil pollution, pollution of water, air pollution. Then I will tell you about the effects of pollution, and I will also tell prevention of pollution and conservation of our environment. And lastly, I will give you an overview of the whole chapter. I will show you some sample questions, both creative question and multiple choice question. And finally, I will give you some home tasks. At first, learning outcomes. Dear boys, after the end of this lecture, we will be able to explain what pollution is, explain the cause of pollution, describe soil pollution, describe pollution of water, then air pollution, effects of pollution, and prevention of pollution and conservation of environment. Some key terms frequently used in today's lecture are environment, pollution, contamination, biodegradation, pollutant, environmental balance, microbes, CFC, that means chlorofluorocarbon, water clogging, aquatic environment, and so on. Dear boys, environment is composed of living and non-living things. You know there is close relationship between living and non-living objects. Moreover, there are some close relationships between organisms and the environment. As a result, diverse and peculiar activities are going on continuously around us. To this existence on Earth, man uses various materials from the natural sources to fulfill their needs. For this, people are engaged in some activities involving the environment. So, such activities have few effect on some factors of the environment. Now, concept of environment. Let us define the environment first. When harmful substances contaminate or pollute the environment, it is called pollution. This is the simplest definition of pollution, and you must memorize this. It can be defined as any undesirable change in the physical, chemical, biological characteristics of any component of the environment which can cause harm to life and property. This is another definition. You should memorize this. And environment is composed of mainly two components. One, living components, that means human, plants, animals, and insects. That means the components who have their own lives. And non-living components, it means soil, water, air, and all other non-living materials. Now, pollution can be of different types. That means air pollution, water pollution, marine or sea pollution, light pollution, soil pollution, noise pollution, nuclear pollution. And among so many types of pollutions, we will only describe about air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. Now, causes of pollutions of environmental elements. Dear boys, environment is composed of mainly two components. You know, I have already described, and those components are sometimes get polluted, and the causes of pollution are rapid growth of population. This is the mother of all problems nowadays in all over the world. Rapid growth of population is the main problem. Because of rapid growth of population, our land is decreasing and people are uh, cutting down trees, forests, and as a result, it has adverse effect on environment. Then unplanned urbanization. If you look very closely, you will observe that in the city area or urban area, you will find unplanned urbanization. And because of this urbanization, unplanned urbanization, environmental pollution is taking place. Then another important uh, cause is deforestation, industrial waste, medical waste, vehicle smoke or fume, brick field, coal burnt power plant, CFC or chlorofluorocarbon. In your textbook, it is written in this way, but actually it should be written all together. There will be no space between them. And CFC from aerosol, refrigerator, and air conditioner, using chemicals, fertilizer, and insecticides, throwing domestic waste materials here and there, use of plastic and polythene, illegal grabbing of water bodies, that means rivers, canals, ponds, bills, lakes, etc. And let us see some photographs that show the causes of pollution. See, unplanned urbanization. There is no space in between the buildings, and smoke emission by different industries, and people are discharging their waste materials in the water bodies. And vehicle smoke, and smoke from brick field and from nuclear power plant, all are very harmful. And trafficking, traffic jam, and because of this traffic jam, this is another reason for air pollution. Vehicle smoke, it harms the environment and our air. Again, industrial waste and burning the waste materials, it also harms the environment. See, it is a river in Bangladesh and it has been polluted. The color of the water is black here because of water pollution. And use of insecticides or fungicide or chemical in the crop field, it also harms the soil and atmosphere. Now we will discuss about soil pollution. Dear boys, soil pollution is the contamination of soil with harmful substances that can adversely affect the quality of soil and plants on it. You should remember this definition. Soil is an essential factor for our living. Various crops that we take as food grow in soil. Not only for food, we are also dependent on soil for other essential things needed for living, such as shelter, clothing, medicines, etc. are the products of plants. We are polluting soil in various ways. As a result, soil is losing its fertility. See how soil is polluting or contaminating. See, in this way, we are uh, polluting the soil, and because of this, many adverse effects are seen in our nature. Then some causes of soil pollution. Number one, soil erosion. Uh, we cut uh, injudiciously the soil, and because of this injudicious cutting of soil, soil erosion occurs and it gets washed away. Then use of chemical fertilizer or fungicide in the land, it is also causing the soil pollution. Then throwing garbage and waste materials on soil also harms the soil quality. Then glasses, polythene, plastic, etc. Industrial waste. C. The erosion of soil. Then water vehicles, they throw their waste material in the river, and by this the river water gets polluted. See what happens. And industrial waste material are being discharged on water bodies, and as a result soil gets polluted. Now pollution of water. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies, that means groundwater, rivers, canals, ponds, etc. At present, there is scarcity of safe drinking water in the world. Life is not possible without water. Pollution of water is a subject to ponder over seriously. Water is polluted in various ways. It is the man who is responsible for pollution of water. It is not only our problem, it is a serious global problem. See how water is getting polluted. See, so in this way, our water is getting polluted. Dear boys, remember the another name of water is life. Now we can also say another name of polluted water is death. Remember this thing. If we drink polluted water, we may die and we may have different types of diseases. Now, causes of pollution of water, industrial wastes. If we discharge industrial waste, the water gets polluted. Then use of insecticides and chemical fertilizers in the land, and ultimately these chemicals and insecticides, they get washed away by water and mix up with the river water or canal water or pond water. Washing animals in the pond, sometimes in the rural area or village area, we wash our animals in the ponds or canals, and because of this, the water gets polluted. Unsafe latrines erected over different water bodies. In the rural area, sometimes it is seen that latrines are made over the ponds or water bodies, and uh, the waste material, it falls on the water, and because of this the water gets polluted. And if anyone or any animals they drink this water, they will get sick. Throwing excreta of domestic animals in the water bodies, throwing various degradable domestic substances in the water bodies. See what happens because of uh, throwing different types of waste materials in the water bodies. See the color of the water, it is totally black, but it should not be. See how industrial waste is mixing up with the river water, and the river water is getting polluted. Then we will discuss about air pollution. Our earth is surrounded by atmosphere. Man Other animals and plants live within this atmosphere. Due to man-made causes, quantities of some constituents of air increase or decrease, which is detrimental to environment and for us. The change in composition of air is known as air pollution. So if the definition of air pollution comes, you have to write from the beginning of this and up to this. Atmosphere around the earth has become polluted in various ways. See, this is the atmosphere. There are different layers in our atmosphere, and the first layer is troposphere, then stratosphere, then mesosphere, and then thermosphere. Our worldly activities are taking place in the troposphere area, and this troposphere is very much important for us. If the air in the troposphere or in the atmosphere, our surrounding atmosphere gets polluted, then it will cause breathing problem for us, and because of this we may have some diseases like uh, we may have a breathing problem, our blood pressure gets high, and such different types of diseases are being caused because of this air pollution. See how air pollution is hampering the city area. Now, causes and sources of air pollution: smoke expelled from vehicles and industries, black smokes emitting from the chimneys of brick fields, emission of smoke by defective motor vehicles, trains, buses, tempo, launch, etc., smoking, asbestos, dust released from construction work and various kinds of waste materials, injudicious deforestation. See how air pollution is taking place in the urban area or city area. See, because of this deforestation, it is one of the important topic or cause of air pollution, because vegetation cover or trees, they help us from air pollution, but if we cut down the trees, then how will we be protected from the air pollution? So we have to plant many trees as much as we can. Now, dear boys, we will discuss about the effects of pollution. There are many adverse effects in our life because of this environmental pollution. Let us discuss. At first, we will discuss about the effects of soil pollution. Glass, aluminium, polythene thrown in the soil do not mix up easily with soil. As a result, the fertility of soil is lost and no crops grow well on that soil. These things make our drains and water bodies silted and are responsible for water clogging. Water clogging, it means the logging of water. They cannot pass through or discharge because of this polythene and such substances. And because of this, if it rains in the city area, suddenly we see that there is sudden flash flood. Insecticides and chemical fertilizers used in agricultural lands are harmful for all organisms. That means the microbes or small living organisms. These chemicals mixing up with foodstuffs through plain plants may cause fatal disease like cancer. Now, effects of water pollution. By drinking polluted water, people suffer from diseases like dysentery, diarrhea, jaundice, typhoid, etc. These are very dangerous diseases. We have to be very careful regarding these diseases. So we have to reduce or remove the water pollution. In polluted water, fish and other aquatic organisms cannot survive. Aquatic, it means aquatic organism, that means the living beings which live in the water area. Aqua means water, it is a Latin word. The adjective of water is aquatic. Remember this thing. As a result, balance of aquatic environment is disturbed. Then effects of air pollution. When air is polluted, the quantity of different gases in the air rises up. It has harmful effect on human beings. When the quantity of carbon monoxide increases in the air, it may cause diseases right from breathing problem to fatal diseases like cancer. Smokes from industrial plants may cause acid rain after mixing with air. Acid rain not only harm human beings, aquatic animals are also affected. It also damages the balance of aquatic environment. Due to air pollution, temperature of the earth rose much higher than before, and scientists say that if the rise of temperature continues, the average height of sea level will go up. And if the sea level goes up, the coastal areas or the country which who are near the sea area, they will get submerged. And as in Bangladesh, it is a threat for us also, because we are located just on the bank of the Bay of Bengal, and our coastal areas may get submerged because of the sea level rise of because of the rise of temperature. As a result, the land of coastal low-lying areas will be submerged. That means they will sink down. At the same time, some areas will experience drought. So there will be changes in local climate. As a result, not only human beings but also innumerable plants and animals will perish from the earth. Consequently, the earth will face problems from all sides. Now we will discuss about the prevention of pollution and conservation of environment. Soil, water, air are essential for our life. Without these three, we cannot even think of our life. We cannot live uh, for a while without these things, because our food comes from soil, and we cannot live without water, and even we cannot live without air. But it is due to man, the environment is gradually becoming unsuitable for habitation, because we the people are contaminating or polluting the environment. All organisms will face threat of extinction of the environment cannot be kept undisturbed and healthy. The only way to keep the environment pollution free is to create awareness among the people. We have to be aware of environmental pollution so that we can minimize the rate of pollution. One cannot think of existence of organisms without soil, water and air. All of us should keep these environmental factors free from pollution and conserve them properly. Due to the increase of population, the elements of the environment are in enormous use. As a result, different types of pollutions are occurring continuously. For the prevention of pollution and conservation of environment, everybody should take care of the following facts. Dear boys, you must remember or you must memorize these points. Uh, it often comes in your exam. You have to memorize these points. Let us discuss or read the points. At first, to maintain healthy environment, measures should be taken to prevent pollution of soil, water and air. Trees should be planted around houses, schools, and roadsides. Defecation and urination in open places should be stopped. It is mainly seen in the urban areas, and and also in the rural areas. In the urban areas, sometimes it is seen that people are peeing or having defecation just on the footpath, and because of this, the environment is getting polluted. And in the rural areas, people build open latrines or toilets, and they because of this, the rural area is getting polluted. So this should be stopped. Smokes emitting from industries should be treated to make them pollution free before releasing to the environment by using modern technology. Use of plastic and polythene should be stopped. Instead, jute goods may be used, as jute is easily rotten and mix up with the soil. So if we use jute goods, that means the goods made from jute, that is suitable for the environment, but plastic, polythene, it doesn't mix up with the soil, and it remains as it is in the soil, and because of this the fertility of soil get decreased, and crops doesn't grow well on that soil. So we must not use plastic and polythene. Instead we will use jute products. Use of insecticides, chemical fertilizers should be reduced. Instead, manures, that means the fertilizer made from different raw materials, that should be used, and a biological control of insects may be used. Household garbage and food remains should be thrown should be thrown to a particular place or in the dustbin and buried them under the soil, not throwing here and there. So in this respect, your perspective, we can say that in our home we should not uh, throw any domestic waste materials here and there. We will uh, throw it in the dustbin, or if we are living in the rural areas, then we should bury these up in the soil. People should be made aware of the harmful effects of pollution and the process of conservation of environments. So in this case, our print media and electronics media can play an important role, and government should aware the people, general people, regarding environmental pollution. Forests should be conserved. It should be kept in mind that these are the habitats of different organisms. These plants help us keep our environment pollution free. So with this we have come to an end of today's lecture. Let us have an overview of today's lecture. What we learned from this chapter. When changes occur in the different factors of environment, the environmental balance is lost. As a result, unfavorable condition is created for man and other organisms. We call this condition environmental pollution. Different activities of man and nature are responsible for environmental pollution, but for different pollutions, human beings are mainly responsible. Because of the pollution of soil, water, and air, not only man, but also the existence of innumerable plants and animals will be endangered. When changes occur in the different factors of environment, the uh, that's all for the time being. Now sample questions, uh, creative question 1 and creative question 2. See, this type of question will come in your exam and you have to study hard. See, creative question 2. Now sample question, multiple choice question, page 1 and page 2. Now home task. Dear boys, from today's lecture, you have to define environmental pollution. Then you have to write down the causes of environmental pollution. And lastly, you have to write down the prevention measures of environmental pollution. And you should send it at my email, that means anmekram@gmail.com. You should send it here. And regarding today's lecture, if you have any further queries, or if you have any question, or if you want to know uh, anything, please feel free to ask me, and you can call me at any time at the following number. I'll be happy to help you and make you understand regarding this chapter. So, dear boys, uh, I would like to conclude my lecture by giving you some corona tips. Our second stage of coronavirus is going on, COVID-19 the most discussed topic in recent world. It is harming the mankind and whole world. And please be safe at your home. Don't roam around your houses. Don't roam around your locality. Please stay home and take care of your elder um, relatives and elder family members. Uh, and you should maintain the health rules and safety measures at your home. Uh, uh, Keep yourself neat and clean, and keep your houses and the adjacent area neat and clean, and follow the instructions uh, uh, to protect from coronavirus. So with this, I would like to conclude my today's lecture. And please try to keep your environment clean, and don't pollute the environment. Plant more trees, and aware the people, convey the messages which I uh, gave you through my lecture. Our environment, if we pollute our environment, ultimately it will harm us, and in the long run we will have to suffer. So to be protected and to live in a peaceful way, we have to protect our environment. So keep your environment pollution free. Thank you very much for being with me. See you in the next class. With this, I would like to conclude here. Thank you again.